What is going on, guys? I'm Bear.
I'm Abe.
And welcome to Nerd Rage TV. Today is a very special episode. Today, we're on Nerd Talk. We are going to be talking about the road to Endgame. Oh, I cannot wait. We're less than a week away. Yes. It is going to be lit.
Yes, 100%, man. I'm super excited. He's super excited. We got the whole set all marveled out for the special episode because we were super excited.
And I'm still back to my, Bear. But we got everything else. I'm not going to show them, but I got freaking Captain America freaking shorts on underneath my pants. So, I got those today, and I'm like, whoo, happy. But, yes, this is going to be awesome. I cannot wait. We're getting tickets today. Tomorrow.
Yeah. Actually, I think they might have already just ordered them.
They might have. Either way, we're getting them, and we're going to be there. It is going to be awesome. Mm-hmm. I can't wait. Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into the topics. Let's talk about our favorite characters of the MCU and kind of what we're expecting from them out of Endgame.
Yes.
All right. So personally, like me, some of my absolute favorite characters. At least going into this movie is definitely, I'm really interested to see, of course, Cap come back because he did not get a very good role in Infinity War.
Right.
Very underused. And then obviously like Iron Man, definitely Rocket Raccoon. I'm super excited to see how he takes all this because not only did he lose Groot, but he lost all the rest of the freaking Guardians of the Galaxy except for Nebula. Yeah. And they don't really get along too well. so that's definitely going to be interesting. What about you? What are some of your favorite characters?
I have so many. Either way, I definitely want to see Vision.
Yes.
I want him to come back. I want something big to happen. Vision to me seemed like he was that one that seemed like he was going to, I wouldn't say really take over, but be kind of the lead.
Yeah, the new lead. Yeah.
The new lead of everything, And it's just because Iron Man was basically But, when seeing him and the way and I'll talk about that with kind of my theories and stuff when we get to there. But, Vision, like you said, Cap definitely. Mm-hmm. And it's just, it's basically the same thing I'm looking at is seeing, especially with Rocket, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Who we all lost. And, especially with Groot. I mean.
That was sad.
Groot.
Yeah. I think when you find out what Groot said, in his Groot language, when the directors confirmed that, and I think even the Spider-Man scene, I think those are two pretty impactful little scenes of when they had the dusting. And I mean, it would suck to lose any of those characters in general. Yes. And of course, Endgame has definitely got to bring some of them back because we know some of them are coming back regardless with new movies. So hopefully they do something really cool. There's a lot of things I want to see from this movie, just in general, not even just past characters, but I want to see some stories. I would love to see it if they actually tackle the Infinity Watch, if they break up the stones and kind of have people go out into the galaxy, like in the comics they do, and to kind of protect these stones from different places in the galaxy. I want to see if that happens. I want to see if Thanos either is killed or if he stays alive, if they keep him alive like they do in the comics. Because then he could come back even stronger, or even potentially kind of have that Loki moment where he kind of does something mildly heroic in a future film or something. But I'm really interested to see how they handle that. I mean, what's something you would like to see out of the movie?
Biggest thing is I want to see everybody come back. That's my big one. I want to see everybody come back, and because I really don't want to see anybody gone completely. Right. Even though there might be, who knows. By the talk, it seems like there's going to be, but I want to see everybody come back. I want to see them gather all back together and find a way to do it, to take care of everything, like you said, depending on what they do with Thanos. Mm-hmm. if they kill him, what they get all together and they do. And then of course, seeing Captain Marvel, show up.
For sure.
When is she gonna show up?
Right.
How is she gonna show up? She's got. I hope she shows up good.
Yeah.
But there's superheroes.
Yeah. I mean,
somehow there's the superhero landing, the superhero entrance that everybody does.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be stupid if all of a sudden she just walks out of the door and then there she is.
Well,
come on!
See, the other thing is we kind of seen it in the end credit scene of Captain Marvel.
Yes.
But I wonder how they're going to do that in the context of the actual movie Endgame.
It's just where they're going to do it.
Right.
Because how long is it going to take her to get here? What are they going to do before then?
Right.
I don't know. And like I said, biggest one is, it kind of runs together in most of mine. It will run into with the series stuff too, is with Vision. Like, in my head, I pictured it, and I kind of wouldn't mind seeing it happen. Is basically, with Vision, would kind of lead the stuff. Captain Marvel will be like the main muscle. Somehow put in there. They're all gonna, but to start off, like before they all come back, if they all come back, is before then, Captain Marvel will be there, and then but somehow, I don't know, I pictured somehow Vision coming back first, somehow finding his way back without the I'm lost in word the arm thing.
Yeah.
Whatever they call it, the gauntlet, yes. But like somehow he comes back and then he's able to get the gauntlet away from Thanos or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna do it, but that's something I want to see Vision kind of being that main thing, that he would come back first. He would somehow get who's left together to make things happen so they can bring the others back and possibly either kill Thanos or whatever they're going to do with him. I can just see the end of Thanos, my own self, but that's stuff I really want to see.
Before we get into some more theories, because I really want to jump in and kind of add some more of my own theories. Let's talk about our favorite MCU movies. What movies coming up to Endgame that lead into Endgame are your favorites?
True.
I have my personal favorites. Obviously, the first one is Infinity War. I think that's one we both share. That one, it was just so impactful. I mean, I saw it 4 times in theaters, and I've seen it at least a good dozen times since then. And I'm I have to watch it again, next week, right before Endgame. I purposely am moving that movie out of order in my marathon just to make sure that I watch it the same day as we go to see Endgame, because I want to be able to be jump immediately go from one movie to the next.
Oh yeah.
And I mean that's obviously that's just a huge one. I think because. To me, that's my favorite Avengers movie. I think Thanos is probably the best.
Do it that day.
Yeah.
Like, watch the movie that day, and then that night when we go see the movie, just... Oh.
So that's my favorite Avengers movie. I think Thanos is one of the best villains. One of my other favorites is The Winter Soldier. I love what they did with that. That's Anthony Joe Russo, the guys who did Infinity War and Endgame, also did Civil War, and their very first movie with the MCU was Winter Soldier. And they have just this incredible knack for making really good superhero movies for some damn reason.
Right.
I think that was one of the best ones, and I always, for some stupid reason, I always forget about it until I go and watch it again. And then I watch it, and I'm like, oh my god, this movie was brilliant. I absolutely love what they did with Hydra, the whole reveal of S.H.I.E.L.D. being 70 or 80% Hydra, and I love how that affected the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show, and that made that show just accelerate to full speed, and I've been watching that show ever since that happened. And I just love how much of an impact that one movie had, and that definitely had to make my list. The other one is I absolutely love Ant-Man. I love his character. I love Paul Rudd being a superhero. It just feels right. You know, he's kick-ass. He's hilarious. I love a lot of his movies, and Ant-Man was absolutely no exception. That was just it's great. The first Guardians movie for me. Yeah. That one, I don't know why, that one just had this perfect magic that every time I watch it, I'm just like, God, this was good. You know? And then, of course, the movie that literally started the entire MCU that still has probably the most meaning to me as a person because this was what started me into big, like, comic booky stuff. Beforehand, the only things I had watched was, like, the one cheesy Hulk movie from 2003, the Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire, and then I think the first X-Men movie. Yeah. And then that was like it. That was like, and then those were just, and then Iron Man came out, or like the trailer for Iron Man came out, and everybody was like, whoa, wait a sec, what? This B-list character, Marvel character, became probably one of the most recognizable and talked about friggin' characters in the whole world now. And so that movie just, every time I watch it, every time it fills my heart. It's amazing. It does. So what are your 5?
I don't know. I'm definitely gonna have to go with Infinity War as well because it changed my whole perspective about seeing movies with a group of superheroes, and it's just like, whoa. It blew my mind. I absolutely loved it. And then, of course, I heard about Endgame, and it's like, wait, what? Yep. And it's just the way everything happened. And, you know, and of course, beginning in that, Avengers, the first, you know, the start of it with the group. And it's just like, wow. And honestly, right now, I'm stuck on mostly this. Mostly want to see this, but personally, like you said about watching, like I wouldn't mind watching Avengers and then Infinity War, and then get ready to bam right into this. Oh yeah, to have it all back to back. I don't. It would be in my dreams. Like I don't think I could sleep. Yeah, no kidding. I'd be so hyped. I need a lot of Mountain Dew that day. Oh yeah, no kidding. To be prepared. Yeah. Oh yeah. Or gain fuel, whatever, energy drinks, whatever we can. 5-hour energy shots, just down them. Yeah. To get prepared for that.
Better freaking use the bathroom beforehand. That's all I'm saying. You don't
hook a bag to my leg and a hose.
Because this movie is going to be one of those movies you can't take your eye off for too long. You're going to be just sitting there like, crap, I need to pee. But it's like there's like a whole other hour left, and we're already 2 hours down.
Right. Oh, but yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna have to do whatever I can to make it through the whole entire thing. It's supposed to be how long?
3 hours and 2 minutes.
3 hours. Oh
man, that's gonna be crazy. And we're gonna have to sit through this at the end credits because
yes.
Whatever the end credits are gonna be,
I'm gonna be sitting there with my legs crossed, everything, holding it all in just so I can see. Yes. Oh. Yes. And then it's gonna seem like it takes forever to get to it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But definitely, okay, carry on. Definitely another one would be Ant-Man as well. Yes. Absolutely love Ant-Man. I would say, you know, Ant-Man vs. Wasp, but I have not seen the full thing all the way through. I have seen parts of it because, of course, it was during a time where I was busy doing stuff and everything kind of got in the way. So, but I want to be able to get a chance to sit down and actually watch the Ant-Man vs. Wasp. Yes. To get the full thing of it. So, but just by the little looks, you know, of what I did see, it looks really good. Oh yeah. Another one in that would probably definitely be Guardians of the Galaxy. Yes. And then, of course, right afterwards would be Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Sorry, can't speak. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Yep. Oh yeah. All amazing. Oh yes. Absolutely amazing, and I love them. I honestly, when I saw in Infinity War and saw them all die except for 2, but seeing Groot die, I cried. Yeah, I will admit it. I cried like hard. Oh yeah, I love Groot, and because it's like I want to get a big like Groot figurine. Something. I do have a tiny Groot in a figurine that I use. I'm gonna be setting up on my shelf because I have all the most of the main Guardians of the Galaxy characters.
Right.
But I love my little Groot, a little Rocket. But yes, but I cried, and so I can't wait. I definitely can't wait when he comes back, which would be amazing.
Oh yeah. So those are all our favorite movies. Which I mean, you can pretty much just argue that the fact that the entire MCU is just a part of our favorite movies than ever. It's an incredible franchise, and all the Marvel movies have been great. There have been like a couple of minor duds. I'd say like Thor 2 was a little bit rough to watch.
Yeah. But everyone's gonna have
it happens, you know.
Yes.
But I mean, and that was super early on. Now we're to the point where we have movies like Infinity War and Endgame. I mean, and we haven't even seen Endgame when we're already comparing it to Infinity War, which is insane.
Yes.
But you know the craziest shit's going to happen in that movie. You just know it. All right, so look, let's talk about those last minute theories. I'm going to pop mine out that way because mine might take a minute. I won't take too long, but just
I've been trying to just get because I'm just so damn excited, and I've been one. That's okay. Oh, go ahead.
Okay. So I had already mentioned at least once on on our very first video that one of my main theories was I'm starting to believe the time travel thing, and I keep thinking back, and so everybody was like super bummed out about like Vision dying and Loki dying and Gamora dying, and those were all three connected to the Infinity Stones. If they go back through time and they collect the Infinity Stones, all three of those characters are going to be alive. But I was also starting to think while I was watching the movies, watching kind of back and remembering the little spots where we know that there are Infinity Stones now, because we've seen Infinity War,
right.
So we know where each one of those happens. And thinking back, like Xandar is going to be fine. Like Xandar is not going to be destroyed,
right.
Which means that has the potential. We could potentially see in this movie Nova, which is a specific a classic Marvel hero. That we haven't seen actually as a hero in the movies yet.
Yeah.
We've been teased the Nova Corps from Xandar in the Guardians movies, but we could potentially have Nova actually show up, possibly in this movie or not after. And I just keep thinking about those specific moments and what characters would know that the Infinity Stones are there in those certain spots. The Guardians, which meaning Nebula and Rocket, would have to be the ones to go and get the Power Stone because they're the only ones who knew where it was. Because the Guardians hid it on Xandar on purpose. The Avengers had no idea about that at all. So you got to think about that, and then obviously the Mind Stone was with the Vision, and then like the Tesseract. They could potentially go all the way back to the first Avengers movie. We've kind of already hinted at that a little bit to get the Tesseract, which I think is the Space Stone. I think it's Space Stone, and like it's just interesting seeing that and kind of going back while I'm watching all the movies and to kind of think about what teams are going to be going through because like we kind of know because of the quantum suits. And the fact that, like, Cap literally says, you know your teams, you know your missions.
Yeah.
And it's like when you start thinking about it, it's like, oh, man, this is going to get crazy. So I would love to see some really crazy stuff happen. I would love to see some brand new characters we've never seen before pop up in the movie and be, like, completely surprised. We're like, wait, what?
That weren't even talked about.
Yeah. It's like... Wait a second, we're getting more new characters?
Surprise, Deadpool.
Yeah.
You know it! I don't know if it'll happen in Endgame.
Yeah.
But still.
Yes. For sure.
Leave it tomorrow. Leave it to them to do something like that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Is to throw randomly Deadpool out of nowhere.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Or just anybody. some new people, new characters that pop in and that might have their own, maybe in the future have their own movies. Yeah, just to be like,
woo! They could just. The thing is we have no idea about this movie, and apparently, Joe and Anthony Russo has said it's entirely possible that all the trailers that we've seen so far, that 90% of it's fake. Oh. I was like, what? That means we literally know nothing. They could be just hyping us up, giving us details that have nothing to do with the movie. And that has me just going like, what? If that's true, if like 90% of the trailers are fake and we don't see any of those scenes, I'm going to be just blown away. Yeah. I'm already just thinking about the fact that this is a 3-hour movie, and even just if we have seen stuff, it's from like the first act of the movie, the first hour, not even to the second or third hour. So we have no clue what's going to happen. And look, going into Infinity War, that was one of my favorite things about that movie, because there were scenes in that, like I loved the artistic vision of Vormir when they went to Vormir, and because everybody was like, oh, where's the Soul Stone? And so they had to cover that in the movie, and the way they did it was just like, whoa. And then they had Red Skull, like that was such a cool moment, and you know that they're gonna have even crazier moments in Endgame, and that's just like, to me, that's gonna be. I just can't wait. It just can't come soon enough. Do you have any last minute theories?
Basically, like, anyway.
Yeah.
Gotta calm the heart.
Yes.
Yes. But basically, like I was saying before, biggest thing, mine would run in with Vision. Mm-hmm. Somehow, some way, I don't know. I just have this feeling. Mm-hmm. Big D feeling. If it doesn't happen, I'm probably gonna be disappointed. Right. But whatever.
If they do the time travel thing,
if they do it, I can see Vision being the one that's gonna be a part of it.
Yeah.
Somehow, I don't know how it's gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna happen before the time travel happens, or during it. Yeah. That Vision pops in.
I think here's what I was thinking. Right. If they do Vision, right, because they know that he has a Mind Stone. If they go and get, like, after Avengers 2, like, in the timeline, they could, way before Infinity War happens, they could take him to Wakanda and do what they were originally doing in Infinity War and get the stone out of his head. True. And then all they need to do is, like, figure out a way to then they had the stone, and then they could use it. But that would also allow Vision to still be alive when they go back in present time to fix everything with Thanos. Or even just if they collect all the stones, or see, that's the other thing. It's confusing because if they go back in time and collect the stones, that never happens. Yeah. The snap never happens. But then they would also have the stones, and then like you think about like the Infinity Watch or whatever. Yeah. The other thing is there. I forgot to mention this in one of the latest trailers, it was an actual clip from the movie, so we know that's real. There's this scene where they're like, he just used they literally open it up by saying he used the stones again. Why? I am so beyond curious to know why he used the stones. Because he has no reason. Like, first of all, the gauntlet was destroyed.
Okay, yeah.
So, A, how did he fix the gauntlet? B, why is he using the stones? What happened that he felt it was completely necessary to use the stones again? Yeah. Like, I wonder if because everybody's been talking about there could be a secret villain in the movie. Could there be another villain even worse than Thanos in Endgame?
Like, woo! Thanos is actually working for this guy?
That would be even crazier.
Shouldn't be sexist, say guy, but don't want to hear all about that.
Guy or woman. What if? Oh my God, Lady Death. I just thought about that from the comic books. Lady Death is kind of, in a way, Thanos' queen, girlfriend, or whatever you would like to say it. In a way, and she's really villainous. Like, she treats Thanos like shit. There was a really interesting thing that happened between Thanos and Deadpool and Lady Death. So could Lady Death be like the ultimate villain that's been pulling his strings the whole friggin' time? Like, could she have made him do that? Like, I don't know.
It's
crazy. Yes, just thinking about it.
Hair's just like standing up.
Right. Before we get too deep into that, because of course there's so many more things we could throw in there and some awesome theories. Yes. By the way, if you have some theories, let us know in the comment section. Let's talk post Endgame. After Endgame is done.
Yes.
Let's just go over some movies we know are coming and some TV shows we know are coming.
Okay.
So we got Black Widow.
Yes.
I'm definitely excited about that. We just finally got James Gunn back, which means we're getting that Guardians 3 movie finally. Yes.
Yes.
And we already have seen the trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yep.
So that's going to be really interesting. Apparently that takes place minutes after the end of Endgame, according to the directors. So that'll be really interesting to see. Like, we'll have to see what happens, right?
Maybe show part in Endgame where it kind of falls into it.
Yeah.
With him.
So obviously Spider-Man's going to be alive. So let's we know he's coming back.
No, they're just going to put it in there. He's dead, but then all of a sudden, boom, guess what, dude?
Yeah. And then one of the more interesting ones is one of the newer movies that's coming out. It's called The Eternals. And it's a group of characters that are kind of, I think, like cosmic, and they have some really crazy powers, I think. I don't know too much about it. I have to brush up on it, but it's definitely going to be interesting because Phase 4 is going to be, there's going to be a lot of new stuff happening.
Right.
Like, and the other thing is Endgame also has to set up the next new saga. Right? They have to start it with something.
True. This is true.
So it's going to be really interesting. So obviously the end credits are going to be super important.
Yes.
But yeah, so we got the Eternals. We have Shang-Chi, which is another Marvel comic book character that we don't know anything about.
I know nothing. Never heard of the guy.
All I know is he's a badass martial artist who I think has some superpowers. I don't know much about it, but I know that sounds really cool. It sounds like a bigger, more Marvel-y version of like Iron Fist, and that could be really cool. That could turn out really, really cool. But then we also know that we're getting Black Panther 2 and Doctor Strange 2. So those two characters are coming back for sure.
Doctor Strange 2, I would definitely want to see because I love that. I actually, just thought it's like Doctor Strange. I loved it. I loved the idea. I love Doctor Strange. I loved him in the comics. All about Doctor Strange. I love his abilities and everything. But yeah, definitely can't wait and want to be able to see Doctor Strange too.
Yeah. So that's like the movies we know about. So that's just the movies we know about. And then obviously Kevin Feige has already said that they have a 5-year plan for more movies. Mm-hmm. So that's another 5 years of movies. And they do 3 movies a year. So there's a lot of movies still coming.
Because there also could be even a vision.
Yeah.
They were thinking,
so movies, right? But now Disney Plus is coming out this year, and that's going to bring with it MCU character shows, original series. And so far,
say goodbye to Netflix, goodbye to Hulu.
Yes.
Because they're going to be forgotten about. They'll still be there, but they're just going to be forgotten about.
Yep.
So, hey, the people who still use them might end up faster because if I remember right, the way how Netflix and Hulu, the way they work is depending on how many people are using that at once, it's not the greatest when it comes to because you can have the fastest internet possible, but still be slow because there's so many people using it all at that one time in that network. So it's going to die down big time, but they're going to probably lose a lot of money because of Disney Plus, but they are going to be putting a whole lot more on Disney Plus than what they would have on Netflix or Hulu.
So and we can make a topic out of that just in general,
true.
Right? For
but,
a more
we got time for that.
But okay, so let's talk about just a really quick rundown of one show we know is 100% confirmed, and then a couple more that we've been hearing rumors about. We know for sure that Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is our dudes Sam and Bucky, are getting their own TV show. It's going to be really interesting to see. That also makes me think that if for some reason Cap dies in this movie, even though we don't want him to, that Bucky would not be picking up the mantle of Captain America, which is really interesting. Nor would Falcon. Those are the two people who would. So maybe he does survive. Maybe. But we don't know. But then, so you got that show. That's 100% confirmed. We've seen the logo. We know it's coming. But then we also have had rumors of a Hawkeye series.
Yep.
A Loki series.
That one.
A Vision and Scarlet Witch series. Those are the ones we know about right now that are rumored, at least. So those are all entirely possible, and we could be seeing more TV shows in the future too, which 100% connect to the movies because these characters are coming from the movies, which is great because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was basically the only actual series to completely tie into the movies. So it'd be really nice to see some more characters and stuff like that. And obviously they got the Fox characters back, so any of those are game for some more TV series. But anyway, look, we've gone on far long enough.
Just one more thing. Honestly, even further in the future, I can see it happen. It's not going to be right now. It's probably going to be a while. Most likely they're probably going to end up making another Captain Marvel.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Another Captain Marvel 2. Another thing I actually should have thrown in there. What I want to see is a new Incredible Hulk.
I would love to see.
We haven't seen one in a while. It's been a while. I mean, to be honest,
he's been in a handful of movies, but
I grew up watching the original Incredible Hulk. To what it is now, but I could see something like that happening. Something even bigger yet.
I don't know if they'll ever do it, but I would still absolutely love to see a World War Hulk movie. All of the Avengers versus Hulk. Because in that it's not quite Professor Hulk, but he's fully intelligent in this series, and so he's basically like one with Hulk, and he's been Hulk for a while, and he just got back from Planet Hulk, which was a really crazy story arc, and then he came back. And he basically has to fight all the Avengers, and the Hulkbuster armor it's not gonna save you this time. And on top of that, you could do some really cool stuff like that. Anyway, we could go on for days because we are so excited about the Marvel Universe. We love these movies. We love all of it, and we absolutely cannot wait for Avengers Endgame. And look. You're going to get not only probably the night of a spoiler-free review, possibly, but you're definitely a couple days later, we're going to do a spoiler-filled review, too. Of course, just diving in deep about it.
So the people, be fair warned about that, it will be spoiled majorly for that one. Yes. So this is basically for everyone who has already seen it, went to go see it. So if you have not still seen it when that comes out, do not watch, because we will make sure it's put in there. Spoiler full. So